Man, everything that we get, we sell, so it's hard. We don't retain anything.
Jarrod Schulz is known for finding rare and valuable things, but what they found in his storage unit this time was truly unbelievable. The moment the door opened, the items inside created instant excitement for viewers present. What unbelievable things were hiding inside, and how did this discovery change everything for him? Join us as we uncover the details of this discovery. The unexpected discovery. The moment the storage unit rolled open became one of the most talked about scenes of that auction day. Jarrod Schulz had attended hundreds of units across many years, but this one stood out from the second the metal door lifted. It happened on a busy auction morning where more than 20 buyers gathered under the hot sun, waiting for something valuable to appear. The competition was strong, the bids were fast, and the pressure to win a good unit was higher than usual. Jarrod joined the crowd with the same mindset he carried into every auction: stay focused, read the room, and trust his experience. The unit did not look special from the outside. It was a standard size and sat between two other units that looked far more chaotic. But when the door went up, the layout immediately caught his attention. The boxes were arranged in neat lines, with some containers stacked carefully in the back. Experienced buyers know that good organization in a storage unit often suggests the owner valued their belongings and took care of them. That sign alone made Jarrod look closer. He noticed a set of large wooden crates pushed against the wall. Storage units rarely contain custom crates unless the owner collected important items, moved expensive equipment, or stored something fragile. Wooden crates are often linked with tools, instruments, or older valuables. Seeing several of them together raised his interest. On top of that, there were sealed plastic tubs with matching lids, something that usually means the items inside were protected from dust and damage. Many storage units were thrown together last minute, but this one looked planned and protected. Other buyers around him saw the same signals, and the bidding became heated. The auctioneer called out the opening price, and the crowd reacted quickly. Jarrod kept a calm face, a strategy he used to avoid giving other bidders a sense of his interest. The numbers went up, and he stepped in only when the bidding slowed. His experience told him there was something in this unit worth chasing, even if it meant going higher than normal. After several tense moments, he placed the final bid and won. The crowd gathered as he stepped into the unit for the first detailed look. Workers stood near the entrance, and even buyers who usually kept to themselves lingered around. The presence of cameras made the moment even more intense because people knew that rare finds often turned into memorable scenes. Jarrod started by checking the crates. He tapped one lightly, noticing the solid sound of well-built wood. These crates had not been cheaply made, and that alone hinted at items that once belonged to someone who invested in quality storage. Then he moved to the plastic bins. The first strange sign appeared when he opened one and saw layers of protective wrapping. It was unusual to see every item wrapped so carefully, as if the owner feared even the smallest scratch. Wrapped items in organized units often lead to higher resale value because collectors and careful owners tend to store things of worth. Another unusual sign came from a corner box marked with a label he had seen only a few times in his career. The label suggested the item might be linked to a discontinued product line that had gained interest from vintage collectors. Storage buyers know that discontinued items sometimes increase in value, especially when kept in good shape. As he kept opening boxes, he noticed pieces linked to hobbies and collections that usually bring strong market interest. There were older tools, specialty equipment, and rare accessories that do not appear in ordinary units. These items are common in the world of storage auctions, but finding so many of them together, stored with such care, made this unit different. What truly shocked the group was the discovery of a set of older electronics stored in original packaging. Electronics kept in their original boxes, especially from past decades, can have high value. Collectors often search for devices that are complete, clean, and stored safely. The presence of a full set like this caught every eye. It was the kind of find that changes the value of an entire unit. The last part of the first inspection revealed an even bigger surprise: a group of vintage accessories placed inside one of the larger crates. These items were protected with thick padding, suggesting the owner had taken extra steps to preserve condition. Items stored this way often have history, rarity, or craftsmanship tied to them. This discovery immediately lifted the value of the unit far beyond what anyone expected. Jarrod's instincts had been correct. But who is Jarrod Schulz, and why is he well known today? The journey of a determined hustler. Jarrod Schulz became known to viewers because of his bold presence on Storage Wars, but his path to that point came from years of real work, struggle, learning, and determination. He was born in California, where he spent his childhood in an everyday American environment without special wealth or luxury. His early years shaped his strong personality because he learned quickly how to solve problems, stay active, and think independently. As a young boy, he enjoyed hands-on tasks, building things and moving around rather than staying still. These traits later helped him in a business that required quick judgment and physical effort. Before he stepped into the storage auction world, Jarrod followed several work paths. He started out in construction-related jobs where he handled physical labor, moved equipment, and learned how to manage practical tasks. These jobs taught him discipline and exposed him to long hours and demanding schedules. He also took on odd jobs whenever he needed extra income. Many of these roles were temporary, but they helped him understand the value of hard work and saving money. His first attempts at business were not easy. Like many young workers trying to build a stable life, he faced financial pressure and uncertainty. Bills, responsibilities, and the challenge of creating steady income pushed him to look for opportunities that matched his strengths. He was motivated by the need to support his family and create something of his own. That personal drive became one of the main reasons he kept pushing forward, even when things were difficult. Jarrod discovered the storage auction world through simple curiosity. He learned that abandoned units were sold to buyers who hoped to find items they could clean, repair, and resell. The idea appealed to him because it did not require formal schooling or expensive equipment. It required sharp instincts, quick thinking, and hard physical labor, skills he already had. The first time he attended an auction, he watched closely as buyers evaluated units. He paid attention to how they judged items from the doorway, how they estimated value, and how they controlled their bidding. His early attempts were rough. He made mistakes, bought units that contained little value, and learned that not every box holds something useful. But each loss became a lesson. He examined what went wrong, adjusted his approach, and looked for signs he had missed. Slowly, he started to understand how to read a unit by looking at small details such as organization, box type, brand labels, and condition of visible items. He also learned about local resale markets, what customers liked, what sold fast, and what items were harder to move. Small wins began to appear. A unit with tools, a unit with home goods, and a unit with light furniture helped him gain confidence. His ability to spot sellable items improved. Over time, he became skilled at estimating how much work a unit would require compared to how much profit it could bring. These wins pushed him to take the next step, becoming a business owner. Jarrod opened his thrift and resale store, Now and Then secondhand store. This store became the main place where he sold the items he found in storage units. Running the shop exposed him to new challenges, such as pricing, customer service, overhead costs, and inventory management. He learned how to balance auction buying with store operations. The more he worked, the more he understood how to turn a pile of mixed items into real income. His rise continued when producers from the AND television network discovered his strong personality, confidence, and entertaining style. This led to his appearance on Storage Wars, where he became a well-known figure. Life under the spotlight. When Jarrod Schulz joined Storage Wars, his life changed in a way he never expected. He entered the show during its early development stage, when producers were looking for buyers with strong personalities, real experience, and a natural presence on camera. At that time, he was already running his shop and attending auctions regularly. This made him a perfect fit because he understood the business and showed confidence without needing a script or special direction. Producers noticed his bold energy, his willingness to take chances, and the natural humor that came out whenever he talked about items or made decisions. The auditions were simple, but they allowed his personality to shine. Jarrod stood out because he did not try to act or pretend. He behaved the same way he did at a real auction. He was expressive, sharp, and unpredictable, which is exactly what the show needed. The producers wanted buyers who brought excitement to every scene, and he fit that need easily. This led to him being chosen as one of the main cast members for the series. His presence became even stronger when paired with Brandy Passante, his partner at the time. She helped run their business, now and then secondhand store, and her calm, steady style balanced out his risk-taking behavior. Their dynamic was natural, since it reflected their real partnership. Together, they became one of the fan favorites on the show. Viewers enjoyed watching them work as a team, make business decisions, and react to the unpredictable nature of storage units. As the show grew popular, the pressure behind the scenes became intense. Filming required long days, constant travel to different auction locations, and repeating many tasks for the camera crew. Buyers needed to act quickly but also make sure everything was captured clearly. This created a different kind of challenge because storage auctions in real life move fast, but television requires the action to be filmed from several angles. The long filming hours meant Jarrod had less time to focus on the shop and the daily operations that kept his business running. Another pressure came from the expectation to win good units. When buyers appear on television, the audience wants to see interesting finds and high-value surprises. This pushed Jarrod to take bigger risks than he usually took off camera. Higher risk meant bidding more money, competing harder with other cast members, and sometimes choosing units that carried uncertainty. Since viewers expected excitement, every auction became a moment with increased stakes. As a result, his buying strategy changed. He began using larger budgets and taking chances on units that showed only small hints of value. Fans responded strongly to his bold bidding style. Many admired his courage to jump into a bidding war with confidence. Others enjoyed his unpredictable choices and the reactions they created. His energy made him stand out, especially during heated auctions where everyone wanted the same valuable-looking unit. His natural humor and expressive reactions made the show more entertaining, and it strengthened his position as one of the recognizable faces of storage wars. The competitive environment also created real conflicts on screen. Auctions bring tension even without cameras because every buyer wants to win. On television, that tension becomes even stronger. Jarrod faced bidding battles with other cast members, each trying to secure units that promised high returns. These rivalries became part of the show's appeal, turning each auction into a contest of instinct and strategy. His determination to win certain units added intensity to these scenes, and viewers often remembered him for moments where he stood firm and refused to back down. While fame brought attention and opportunity, it also created strain in his personal life. The long filming schedule, pressure to perform, and constant public visibility affected his relationship and his business responsibilities. This leads to an important question. How did he manage the business side of his life while dealing with television fame and competitive auctions? The business behind the auctions. Jarrod Schulz's professional world extended far beyond what television viewers saw. While Storage Wars showed the excitement of bidding and discovering valuable items, the real work happened off-camera. His main business, now and then second-hand store, required constant attention, planning, and effort. This shop became the center of his career, providing a place to sell the items he found in storage units and offering a steady stream of customers who looked for affordable goods. The store began as a small idea based on simple needs. Jarrod wanted a stable income source that matched his skills and interests. He opened the shop to create a space where second-hand items could be displayed and sold in an organized way. The store offered furniture, electronics, household items, tools, collectibles, clothing, and many other goods found in storage units. This variety attracted a wide range of customers, from collectors to families trying to save money. Running a thrift-style shop came with many challenges. Stocking the store required constant buying because inventory sells quickly. Storage auctions became his main source of new items, but not every unit turned a profit. Some units contained damaged goods, broken items, or belongings that had little resale value. Jarrod had to stay flexible and ready to attend many auctions in order to keep the shop full. Staffing the store also needed attention. A business like this relies on employees who can organize inventory, set up displays, handle customers, and keep the shop clean. Jarrod and Brandy worked hard to manage these tasks while also handling buying trips and auction days. Customer demand added another layer of responsibility. People expect fair prices, clean items, and a welcoming atmosphere, so maintaining quality matters every day. Off-camera storage auctions were different from the ones filmed for television. Real-life auctions moved faster, had less explanation, and included more buyers with different levels of experience. Without cameras, there was no pause or reset, and buyers had to act instantly. This forced Jarrod to rely entirely on his instincts. He needed to judge a unit in a few seconds, estimate resale value, and decide whether to bid or walk away. These decisions influenced the store's inventory and income directly. The risks in this business were real. Buyers sometimes encounter units with counterfeit items, damaged goods, or items that have legal restrictions. Sometimes units contain personal documents or belongings that required special handling. On top of this, not every unit generated profit. Jarrod experienced losses like every storage buyer, where the money spent on a unit could not be recovered. These risks are part of the industry, and they require strong decision-making and resilience. Outside the thrift business, Jarrod explored other ventures. As his recognition grew, he gained chances to expand his work, appear at events, and explore new partnerships. These opportunities supported his main store and helped him stay active in the resale world. His experience with different items, tools, and markets allowed him to understand trends and make educated decisions about which units offered the best chance of profit. After his rise on Storage Wars, expectations increased, and customers expected interesting items from him. This brought pressure to maintain a steady flow of quality inventory. Personal life, relationships, breakthroughs, and setbacks. Jarrod first became known to the public through his partnership with Brandy Passante. They met in California when both of them were still trying to build stable careers. Their relationship grew naturally as they learned they worked well together. They later opened a thrift store, and this business became the base for their future work in storage auctions. Their team style on television reflected their real-life balance. Jarrod often took risks, while Brandy focused on caution and careful planning. This balance helped them build a strong business and a very recognizable brand. While working together, they raised 2 children. Balancing family life with a job that demanded constant travel, long filming hours, and unpredictable schedules was not easy. Storage auctions involve pressure, fast decisions, and the possibility of losing money. On top of that, raising children requires patience, stability, and time. Jarrod and Brandy faced all these challenges at once. Their family life often depended on finding ways to stay grounded, even when business became intense. Being a father pushed Jarrod to work harder and take more responsibility, especially during busy filming seasons. One of Jarrod's greatest strengths has always been his resilience. He grew up learning to depend on his ability to adjust, think fast, and spot opportunities that other people ignored. His street-smart instincts helped him notice valuable items quickly. His strong work ethic kept him moving even when business slowed down or when the thrift store struggled. These strengths made him a memorable figure on television because his energy made every auction feel exciting. However, Jarrod also faced weaknesses that affected his personal life. The workload from filming, bidding, running stores, and managing inventory created long-term stress. Balancing work and family became harder as the show became more successful. His schedule was demanding and sometimes unpredictable. This pressure influenced the atmosphere at home and made communication more difficult. Years later, Jarrod and Brandy separated. The separation affected him deeply because their relationship had shaped both his personal and business life. They worked together for many years, and their brand was built as a team. After their split, Jarrod had to adjust to a new life without the steady partnership he was used to. It changed his business decisions, his public image, and his daily routine. The separation also required both of them to focus on creating stability for their children while maintaining separate paths. After the breakup, Jarrod entered new relationships. These changes shifted his emotional focus and daily habits. New relationships brought new expectations and different forms of support. Adjusting to a different partner meant learning new communication styles and building trust again. His new personal life slowly influenced how he approached work and how he planned for the future. He began choosing projects more carefully and paying more attention to balance instead of non-stop activity. Jarrod also dealt with legal issues which were publicly reported. These incidents added pressure to his personal life and created public attention he did not want. They affected the way people viewed him and added more stress to an already complex period. These issues did not erase his strengths but showed the difficulties he faced at the time. Talking about them fairly means acknowledging their impact without using harsh language. These struggles forced him to confront personal choices and their consequences. All these events influenced how Jarrod behaved at auctions. His emotional state, financial pressure, and shifting priorities affected the bids he placed and the risks he was willing to take. His decision-making became more cautious at times and more aggressive at others. His personal life shaped his confidence and focus, showing how deeply connected his business was to his emotional health. If a man facing this much pressure opens a storage unit and finds something unbelievable inside, how powerful must that discovery be? Inside the unit, the unbelievable items and their real value. Storage units usually contain household goods, used furniture, clothing, tools, or personal documents. Jarrod had opened many units like that over the years. However, this particular unit immediately appeared different. When the doors rolled up, the items inside were arranged in a way that suggested the previous owner had an interest in high-quality collectibles and preserved them with unusual care. This alone made the unit unusual. The first major item recorded from the unit was a set of vintage electronics in near-perfect condition. These included older audio systems, speakers, and gadgets that had gained collector interest as technology moved forward. The condition of these electronics surprised appraisers because many similar items found in abandoned units normally show damage. Their excellent state made them far more valuable than expected. Another standout item was a group of antique furniture pieces. The craftsmanship revealed they were not ordinary household pieces. The woodwork and carvings suggested they may have been custom-built or produced by respected furniture makers. Appraisers examined the joints, finishes, and materials to identify the era and origin. Their findings suggested that the pieces came from a previous owner who either collected antiques or inherited them. These furniture items carried strong market value because of their age, preserved condition, and quality. The unit also contained rare memorabilia. These items included older sports collectibles, unique fan items, and signed pieces with verifiable histories. Even though signed items are usually considered risky because of the chance of fake signatures, these pieces passed appraiser checks. Their authenticity increased their worth significantly. Fans of sports history would have considered them prized possessions. A particularly interesting section of the unit included personal historical belongings of unknown origin. Some items appeared to be travel souvenirs from different parts of the world. They included handcrafted pieces, cultural artifacts, and decorative objects that reflected rich artistic traditions. While these items were not extremely valuable in terms of cash, their cultural meaning made them special. They added mystery to the unit because their origins were not immediately clear. The most shocking item in the unit was a locked box found in the back. It generated excitement because locked boxes often hold personal valuables or rare items. When it was opened, the box contained small collectibles such as older coins, carefully stored watches, and pieces of jewelry. Appraisers confirmed that the watches were genuine and came from respected brands, which increased their market value. The coins also carried worth because of their age and rarity. Another unexpected element in the unit was the presence of high craftsmanship tools. These tools were designed for specialized work, and their quality suggested the owner had a skilled trade or serious hobby. High-grade tools are valuable because they can last for many years and are often expensive to replace. The appraisers explained why the unit shocked people. It contained a balanced mix of cultural pieces, antiques, collectibles, and personal valuables. This combination is extremely rare because most units lean toward one category. The quality of the item showed careful ownership. The value came not only from money, but also from the historical and sentimental meaning behind many objects. Market valuations indicated that the items together had a worth far beyond an average storage locker. Collectors expressed interest because the unit offered diversity, story potential, and items from multiple eras. Even though each item had its own value, the overall impression of the unit created the biggest reaction. Fans discussed the discovery because it offered something storage auctions rarely produce: a unit with surprising depth, high craftsmanship, cultural meaning, and strong resale potential. A discovery that redefined everything. The discovery inside Jarrod Schulz's storage unit created a turning point in his career and personal life. It was not just another successful auction win. It became a moment that shaped the way the public saw him, the way his business operated, and the direction of his future decisions. The aftermath of this unbelievable find brought attention, opportunity, and major changes that followed him long after the unit was emptied. The media reacted quickly once the details of the discovery became public. Storage units rarely contain items of such unusual quality and value, so entertainment outlets and collector networks began discussing the discovery almost immediately. Articles highlighted the rare mix of antiques, collectibles, and valuable personal items, and these reports increased Jarrod's visibility beyond the regular viewers of the show. Many outlets used the discovery to explain how unpredictable storage auctions can be, which strengthened interest in the industry overall. Because of this, Jarrod was suddenly featured in more conversations across online platforms, collector forums, and television recap programs. Fans of Storage Wars responded with strong enthusiasm. People enjoyed watching Jarrod for his energy, confidence, and risk-taking style, and this discovery reinforced everything viewers liked about him. It built excitement because the unit proved that his instincts could lead to an extraordinary outcome. Fans shared reactions on social media, and many expressed admiration for his ability to notice potential that others may have missed. The discovery also became one of the commonly cited examples of why the show remained interesting after so many seasons. Viewers felt connected to the moment because it reminded them that any unit could contain something completely unexpected. The impact on Jarrod's business was immediate. His stores, which had already built steady recognition from the show, began receiving more attention from new customers. Many wanted to see the types of items he found and sold. Others came because they trusted his ability to locate valuable goods. Increased foot traffic helped revenue, and it also brought new opportunities. Some customers had private collections they wanted appraised or sold through someone they believed was experienced and trustworthy. This opened doors to new deals and expanded the range of items Jarrod handled. Collectors also took interest in the discovery. They contacted him to ask about availability, pricing, and the possibility of purchasing specific pieces. Negotiations with private buyers became more common, especially when dealing with rare antiques or authenticated memorabilia. Museums sometimes reach out when items have cultural or historical significance, and this discovery contained pieces that carried artistic or historical interest. Auction houses also showed attention because high-quality units can lead to profitable sales. These discussions offered Jarrod opportunities he did not have before, and they pushed him into higher-level networks within the resale and collector community. However, major finds sometimes come with complications. Storage units belong to people who fail to pay rent on time, but ownership rules remain strict. Any high-value discovery requires careful checking to ensure that all legal steps in the auction process were followed correctly. The law requires storage facilities to provide proper notice and follow the required waiting periods before auctioning a unit. If everything is done correctly, the buyer becomes the legal owner of the contents. The discovery required careful documentation and verification, but no serious ownership challenges emerged publicly. The event also had personal meaning for Jarrod. After experiencing relationship changes, legal stress, public attention, and the emotional weight of rebuilding his life, the discovery worked as a moment of renewed confidence. It showed him that his skills remained strong and that he could make meaningful progress even while facing personal challenges. The success helped him shift his mindset from pressure and frustration toward a sense of capability and resilience. Wins like this carry emotional weight because they help someone realize that setbacks do not erase their strengths. The discovery also helped him recover from past difficulties. A high-value unit brought positive attention at a time when he needed it. It strengthened his reputation as a serious bidder with deep experience. It also created financial support that could help stabilize areas of his life that had become complicated. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.